Hi, friends, welcome to our podcast channel. You're listening to Storytellers.
Friends, this is once again your friend Quiz Master Rajiv. So we have been in a space odyssey, traversing the outer spaces, watching closely, intricately the stories and histories associated with mythology, associated with the constellations. So here I am back once again, and today's constellation is Gemini or the twins. A very fascinating story is definitely associated with the Gemini. In astronomy, Gemini is a constellation in the northern sky, variedly described by different cultures since ancient times, and remains one of the 88 modern constellations defined by the International Astronomical Union or IAU. Gemini is Latin for twins, although these twins identify with the constellation depending on the culture in discussion. In Egyptian astrology, the constellations were identified with twin goats, wherein the Arabian astrology visualized is at twin peacocks, beautiful peacocks. The Western world tends to identify these two twins as Castor and Pollux from the Greek mythology. But other twin pairs identified with Gemini in the Western world include the older and the younger Horus and the mythical founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus. Now let us go into the story. Fascinating, charming, exciting story about this constellation Gemini. This constellation represents two fraternal twin brothers born of the same mother. Leda was their mother, but different fathers. All this happened so beautifully, enigmatically in mythology. The father of Castor, the supposedly elder of the twins, was the mortal king of Sparta named Tyndareus, while the father of Pollux was Jupiter or Zeus, who was a master in deception, and in today's terminology you can call him a womanizer. Now Zeus seduced Leda in the guise of a white swan. Though the accounts of their birth are varied in different cultures, they are sometimes said to have been born of an egg, along with their twin sisters Helen of Troy and Clytemnestra. Now, the twin brothers were considered warlike heroes, and they were members of the crew of the Argonaut on the quest of the Golden Fleece. This is another very exciting and interesting story, the quest for the Golden Fleece by the Argonauts, that we'll discuss sometimes else. Among the adventures of these Argonauts. Now, there was a dispute, there was a battle, and Castor, born out of a mortal father, was mortal unlike Pollux. Castor was killed in a dispute. And Pollux, who was so much in love with his brother, twin brother, he was immortal. He was absolutely disconsolate to lose his so dear brother. He begged of Jupiter to kill him as well. Now, immortals cannot be killed. So Jupiter had pity and placed both of them in the sky together. And lo, when we look at the night sky and the brilliant outer space, for a space odyssey, we can definitely see Gemini. Now, how to remember Gemini? Now, Gemini is fairly easy to spot in the sky, even for amateur stargazers. And I hope who are not stargazers yet, after listening to us, definitely will be looking in the night sky with new intent. It is located northeast of the constellation Orion and between the Taurus and Cancer constellation. Castor and Pollux are similar in brightness and form the heads of two lines representing two figures. They are absolutely conjoined. These two stars are joined in constellation to represent their inseparability, while fainter stars outline the pair's bodies. Pollux is a red giant star. It is 33 light years away from Earth, while Castor is about 51 light years away. Pollux has at least one massive planet orbiting it, while Castor has two companion stars. Other notable objects in the constellation include the Eskimo Nebula, the Medusa Nebula, and Geminga, a neutron star. Gemini also includes a star object known as Messiah 35 or M35. In brief, friends, ladies and gentlemen, this is the story about the twins. I hope you're liking it. If you like it, please press on the bell button. Please give us your comments, and our journey and foray into the stars and constellations and nebula continues. This is your dear friend Rajiv signing off for now. Be with us, stay indoors. Thank you. Namaskaram.